Hello and welcome to News Mobile. By the way, on a day when 9 states in India are engulfed by arson, mob violence, leading to the death of almost half a dozen people, it's shocking that on a decision of the apex court, people are being misled by certain political parties. Because obviously, there's still not clarity. A lot of our contributors, reporters, telling us that when they've spoken to the supposedly Dalit activists who are protesting on the ground, some of them don't even know. They're saying that, that the reservation will be withdrawn. Whereas the reality is that this is about a protest against the Supreme Court, a case which is going on to suggest that under the SC/ST Act, there are certain anomalies which the government feels should be addressed, where even if a SC/ST complains, just merely on the complaints, there is a provision of arrest which is being relooked into. There is no clarity, there is no finality on that, but yet people are protesting and making sure that we create yet another spectacle for India.
Right.
Shipra, what do you think? What is the situation on the ground?
So, as you rightly said, the situation is really sad, if I may say so, because there is violence. There are people with guns in their hand. In Madhya Pradesh, there are live videos that are coming in of people reeling with guns.
And the police has resorted to firing.
Police has resorted. In fact, a lot of places in Gurgaon, the police is saying we don't even have orders to do anything. So they're actually just mere spectators themselves. So a lot is happening. 19 people are injured. As you said, half a dozen people have lost their lives. Now that is really a big one. But if you really ask me, in all of this, what is happening? It's nothing but a political game. It's absolutely political parties gearing up, and all of them have their
For
look
the
for the 2019
elections.
elections.
Yes.
And yet again, it has been proven that in India, just to win, we can go to any sort of limit, even lives of people. And right now, it is all happening on the pretext of the Dalit
issue,
the SC/ST, the right of against atrocities against the SC/ST, that act, which again, when it was made in 1989, was made with a very different mindset to protect them. But right now, what the court is doing is to ensure that in the present circumstances, the right structures, it is structured in the right way, and I think the process for the act needs to be done. But as you rightly said, people are just not understanding, because political parties, political leaders are not explaining to them.
So our sense is that, and especially our appeal to people who are out on the streets, is don't get misled by politicians. They are using you. The idea is that don't go by rumors, don't go by what people are telling you. You have a bright future. Some of these young people who are out on the streets, our appeal is that make sure don't fall prey to this political campaign to use you like like a pawn in the entire big political game. Because the 2019 elections are coming. Certainly, certain political parties want some kind of a hysteria to be built in to make sure that they get some votes. So don't get carried away.
Saurabh, this is where the rightful role of social media comes in, to ensure that false information is not going out. So again, as you said, the appeal should be people should watch out for news channels who are giving you authentic information about what is happening, what is the reality behind all of it. Because that's what happens when people just go by false information. That's where the hysteria happens, and look at it, people are losing their lives. But Saurabh, there's a question that I want to ask, and I think a lot of times Indians have debated it, and very quickly, by what is yet again happening, what do you say, this entire thing about caste-based reservation versus economic strata-based reservation? And I think that's a big debate which increasingly needs to be looked at, because caste-based reservation is really not getting us anywhere. What do you have to say to that very quickly, just so that viewers understand?
I think and our view is, our editorial view here is very clear that we support economic based reservation where the economic criteria is applied. I don't think in a 21st century India you need caste-based reservation. There are enough people, even amongst the SC/ST and other backward classes, who are very affluent, and there are people in the supposedly forward classes who do not have even basic, basic amenities and basic needs to serve themselves and their families. So I think it's very important the government must take a relook at this entire gamut of reservation. I know it's a big,
It's a
big
vast
political
one, yes.
political cocktail, so to say, and that's the reason why the politicians will not like to get things done. But it's very, very clear that.
And going forward, people need
this-
to understand
yes.
that we are in the 21st century. There needs to be a relook of certain rules, certain regulations, certain acts that were made at a time when they were needed. The time when it was formed, at the time, in the past decades, they needed to get a certain section of the society up. But as of today, things have changed. The country has progressed. Whatever it is, I think it's unfortunate that all these things are happening in India as of now. The bunds, the protests.
And it also sends
and-
a larger, message. Imagine the
Yeah.
message going to foreign investors that
Right.
there is a sense of instability in India. So all these bunds, all these acts have a larger impact
Right.
on life of you and me. So please introspect. We will keep you posted on every bit of this story and more stories on News Mobile. Stay tuned to News Mobile.